Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from Kyle Yastrzemski Career Replay using Inside Pitch Baseball. 1961 season. This is game number 9. So far, the Red Sox in this replay are 2-6. In actuality, they were 4-4, so we're a couple games behind. We just got swept in a 4-game series by the Chicago White Sox, including a doubleheader the last day. So we're looking to rebound from that, and we're going to be coming home to Fenway Park to host the Washington Senators. So as you can see, Kyle Yastrzemski is not currently in the starting lineup, but he may get a chance to come in and pinch it. That's kind of what I've been doing. I did in the one game that he didn't play so far. I'll probably do that again if the situation fits. Again, I'm going to have to probably try to give him at least a couple of days off, as he did not play in all 162 games of the season. And 1961 was the first year for the American League to expand to 162 games. However, it wasn't until 1962 that the National League expanded to a 162 game schedule. And the reason being was that when the leagues expanded to 10 teams, the schedule was increased to 162 games to keep it balanced, so that the teams in each league played their rivals 18 times. So, anyway, that is the first year of the 162 game schedule. So the Kyle Yastrzemski played in 144 of those games, and I did have him play in a game that he didn't play in already. Of course, with this game, there's always the possibility that there could be an injury too. So Yastrzemski could get injured, and not play even the 144 games possibly. So I'll play it by ear, and if I need to sit him towards the end, then I will. But unfortunately, I don't really want to do that, as they may be in a pennant race by then. But this being a career replay, I'm probably not going to be playing every game from this season, at least not immediately. So by the time I get to that last month of the schedule, the only team that will have played the full schedule will be the Red Sox, by far, probably. As it would take forever to get, this replay would take forever if I were to do each and every game from the season. So anyway, but doing the full Red Sox schedule is definitely something that's that's reachable with this game, since there's no AI in it. So I'm not going to really worry about that, but I probably will sit him towards the end of the season, if for a few games anyway. But I'll probably try to give him his regular day off, so I may or may not play him in this game, depending upon the situation. So, all right. So, Gene Connolly will be pitching for the Red Sox. He's making his first start of the season. He had a record of 11-14 with an ERA of 4.90 in 1961. 200 innings pitched, 229 hits allowed, 113 Ks, and 63 walks. So, as I was going through the Washington Senators and getting their pictures ready, I noticed they had some really, really interesting names in their lineup. Well, not just their lineup, but in their on their team. The first being right here, Coot Veal. That's an interesting name right there. Not really any interesting names in. Just show you here. In the lineup there, other than him, but there were some other ones. Let's see here, Dutch Dodderer, Gene Green. That was kind of interesting. Where was the other one? I know there was a couple other ones. Gabe Gabler, almost like Gabe Kapler. And I thought there were some other ones too. I think some of them might be in the actual pitching staff that were kind of interesting. But we'll when we go to the bullpen, we'll kind of show you guys those. So anyway, Coot Veal will lead it off and play shortstop. This second baseman Danny O'Connell bats second. Marty Keogh, the right fielder, bats third. Dale Long, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Gene Woodling, the left fielder, bats fifth. Willie Tasby, the center fielder, bats sixth. Harry Bright, the third baseman, bats seventh. Behind the plate, Pete Daly bats eighth. And the number 9 hitter is Pete Burnside, the pitcher. So Coupeville hit just 202 with 8 runs batted in 1961 in 69 games. So for the Red Sox in the outfield, Hardy in left, Geiger in center, Jensen in right. Hardy is awful defensively, so if anything, we might bring in Yastrzemski to, especially if it's a close game, to play left field for defensive purposes, as Hardy is, see by his 20 rating, is Butch Hobson-ish in right field as far as errors goes, maybe even worse. So Hardy and Geiger are average range, Jensen above average range, and Geiger and Jensen both great defensively, will not commit many errors at all. Both have above average arms. Hardy has an average arm. In the infield, it's Harrell, Green, Schilling, and Runnels. Green and Harrell are both below average range. Harrell excellent when he gets to the ball, does not commit any errors. Green commits quite a few errors at shortstop, as we've seen so far. Schilling at second is excellent, will not commit many errors, and Runnels he has above average range, and Runnels average range with not commit many errors there at first either. Behind the plate, Pagliarone is error prone, so we're going to remember that and possibly bring in a replacement for him in the late innings if it's a close game. He is above average range, and his arm is below average also. And on the mound, Connolly average range and does commit a good amount of errors there with that 9 rating. So all right, so Connolly looks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Here's the windup and the pitch. Thankfully, he's not a home run hitter, as we have a home run check right away. And he'll line back to Connolly for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Senators first. Brings up Danny O'Connell. O'Connell, a .260 hitter on the season, with a homer and 37 runs batted in 138 games. And he'll draw 1 out walk. Oh, how did we miss this one? We'll be right back. I figured it out. There was a Martini Coutinho and a Marty Keogh. So we must have missed a Marty Keogh by accident. But we have him in there now. So Keogh comes in with a .249 average on the actual season with 9 homers and 34 runs batted in. So it's going to be a 1-6. And he'll fly out to right for out number 2. Next up, the first baseman, Dale Long. O'Connell at first. And we even missed that. And it's going to be a pickoff play, and he'll get back safely as Connolly throws over. So Dale Long, yep. So it's going to be an error on a possible throw here. And it's going to be a base hit. And Runnels is going to handle it cleanly, but it's still going to be an error. Well, no error on the play, actually. It's an infield single. So that'll put runners at first and second with 2 down. So the Senators have a little 2-out rally going here. It'll bring up the left fielder, Gene Woodlong. Hit .313 with 10 homers and 57 runs batted in. And, oh, they're going to try a steal here. Okay. And he will advance to third on the stolen base. So O'Connell steals third. So it'll put runners at the corners. So now a pass ball or a wild pitch could get the run in. And that's going to be a base hit. So O'Connell will score. And Long will hold at second as his number is less than 3 here. Man, we missed another one here. We'll be right back. We are slipping. All right. The only thing I can think of is that he might have been missing in the actual lineup on the ratings page, because sometimes they don't always have every single player on there, so they might have missed these. Possibly. Or I could have missed them too, possibly. Anyway, let's see here. So Tasby comes up. 251, hitter with 17 homers and 63 runs batted in. Conley trying to keep the damage to a minimum here. Ooh, possible error on a grounder here, so 3-4. And that is going to be a single. But Long will hold at third. And there's only a 5 and 6 would score, so it's going to load the bases. So that's another single past third, so it gets in, getting back in quickly. So it'll load the bases with 2 down. As Pagliarone goes up the top to Conley. Tries to settle him down a bit. Just try to get that last out. So Harry Bright, 240 hitter with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. He avoids the strikeout. But he'll ground out to Green at short. And that'll do it. So the Senators are able to get 1 out of that. And after 1/2, it's Washington 1 and Boston coming up. Pete Burnside on the mound for the Senators. He was 4-9 with 4.54 ERA with 2 saves back in 1961. 113 innings pitched, 106 hits allowed, 49 walks, and 56 strikeouts. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, bats first. Gary Geiger is your center fielder, bats second. Carroll Hardy getting a start in left field, giving Yastrzemski a day off. Batting cleanup is Jackie Jensen, the right fielder. Jim Pagliarone, Pags, behind the plate, batting fifth. Third baseman Billy Harrell bats sixth. Batting seventh is Pete Runnels, the first baseman. Batting eighth, the shortstop Pumpsy Green. And on the mound batting ninth is Gene Conley. So Schilling comes in hitting an even 300 with 3 runs scored, 30 at-bats. So Burnside looks in for the sign from Daly. And let's go over the defense for the Washington Senators first. Woodlong, Tasby, and Keogh in the outfield. Woodlong below average range, but does not commit any errors. Below average arm. Tasby, an average arm, only commit a few errors. An average range. Below average arm, commits a few errors, but not many. And Keogh, excellent error-wise, does not commit any. So both left and right fielders do not commit any errors. So that's good for the error checks in above average range. So Keogh the best out of the 3 there, and with an average arm. It'll be Bright, Veal, O'Connell, and Long in the infield. Bright, average range, but will commit a lot of errors at third. Shortstop Veal, average range, and will commit a few errors, but not a heck of a lot. O'Connell, same thing, average range with somewhat of an error prone. And Long, definitely below average error-wise, will commit more than his share of errors, and average range. Behind the plate, Daly, below average range, below average arm, and will commit a fair share of errors there. And Burnside, awful range and awful errors. Will commit quite a few errors at the pitcher position. So Burnside looks in for the sign from Daly. Nods his head. Here's the windup and the pitch. The Red Sox are looking to get on the board and at least match Washington's 1 run. And he'll ground out to Veal, over to Long for out number 1. So it'll bring up Gary Geiger after a good start, hitting .333 with a homer and 2 runs batted in, 6 runs scored. Here's the pitch by Burnside. Does not draw the walk. And he'll ground out to O'Connell at second for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down, the Red Sox first. Brings up Carroll Hardy. Hardy hitting .200 in just 5 at-bats, 1 for 5 so far. his second start of the season. And he'll fly out to Keown Wright to end the inning. So the Red Sox go in order as we have another one. I don't know where the heck these... We couldn't have missed this many. They must just not be on the roster, on the original roster, because we couldn't have missed this many, because I went right down them. And we'll be right back. Alright, so Pete Daly hit just 192 with 2 homers and 17 runs batted in 1961. Comes up for the Senators to lead it off in the top of the first. Connolly gets signed from Pags, winds up and delivers. And he'll ground out to Green for out number 1. That'll bring up the pitcher, Pete Burnside. 0.59 average with an RBI and a run scored in 34 at-bats. Pitch by Burnside. And it's going to be an error check here. And it won't matter as he strikes out. A lot of the pitchers have K's on their card. Not a lot of the batters do, but a lot of the pitchers do, because of their frequency of propensity to strike out. So 2 down now in the Washington second. Brings up Coot Veal. 0 for 1 so far. Connolly looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Range play. And he will not get it as Jensen cannot get to it. Very tough play there, and they're going to... Coot will be on with a 2-out single. So 2 outs and a runner on first for Danny O'Connell. Walked and scored his first time. Another range play. And Runnels won't be able to get to this one. And Coot will motor his way to third. So runners at the corners with 2 out. So the Senators looking to add to their 1-0 lead. Have a little something going here in the second with 2 down. So it'll be a Marty Keough 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base hit right off of Conley's card. So another run will come home. So another 2-out run scored for the Senators and puts them up 2-0. Runners at the corners again for Dale Long. Long singled his first time up. Oh my goodness, and the floodgates open as Dale Long goes yard. So all 5 runs have scored with 2 outs. And I think those are going to be unearned. No, actually they won't be unearned because there were no errors. Those are just missed range checks. So the lack of range by the Red Sox outfielders, actually infielders, because Jensen's was a 6, so anybody would have missed that, even if they were excellent range. So that's not so much Jensen's fault, but Reynolds, by his only average instead of above average range, misses that one. So he had his first home run of the season for Long. Puts the Senators up by a score of 5-0 now. So this could be a short day for Connolly, as the manager, Pinky, comes out to talk to him. So Pinky goes back in the dugout. Looks like he's going to leave him in, try to get at least one more batter. And he'll pop up to third for out number 3 finally. But the White Sox add 4, and after 1.5, lead at 5-0 now. So the Red Sox get their work cut out for them here. And it'll be Jensen, Pagliaroni, and Harrell up against Burnside. Burnside with a comfortable 5-0 lead now.
Have you picked your designated driver?
And that's a good start as Jensen draws a walk. So that brings up Jim Pagliaroni. Pagliaroni is hitting 278 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. And he's going to ground one the first. They get the lead runner, but cannot get. Pagliarone beats out the return throw.
It may go! Go crazy, folks! Go crazy!
So one down. Pagliarone reaching on a fielder's choice. Brings up Billy Harrell, the third baseman. Harrell hitting .231 with 5 runs batted in 13 at-bats. So he's made the most of his at-bats already with 5 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Four of those 5 RBIs came in one game. And he'll ground into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
So the Red Sox cannot cut into the lead. And after 2 full, it's Washington 5 and Boston nothing. Connolly out and back on the hill for at least another inning. See how he does here. So he'll face Tasby. Tasby 1 for 1. And it's going to be a range check at Fenway Park. And he's going to go yard. So Tasby hits a solo home run, his first of the season. Senators definitely had some home run, had some power. And they're showing it here as it's now 6-0. Action in the Red Sox bullpen. Let's see if we can find our box score here. So Pinky Higgins is coming out to take out Conley. All right, as we wait for our page to load here. So the Red Sox are going to go to the pen here. So that's going to be it for Conley, as he lasts just 2 1/3 inning, 2+ innings. Let's see here. Going to see who they actually used in the game. We're uploading, so that's why it's a little bit slow to get to our page here. All right, so let's see here. The Red Sox win this game, so Mike Fornelise was actually the guy to close out the game and get a save, but we're in a different situation here. So let's just see who the computer picks. And Arnold Early. And we get 2 righties coming up, so I'm not going to do that. Stallard I've been using quite a bit, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll bring in Billy. Oh, Muffet just started the game, so we don't want to bring in him. Galen Cisco, might as well. So Galen Cisco comes in. Yeah, he can last a while too. He can last up to 15 batters there. So Cisco's in for a long haul. Hopefully he can hold it. He's done pretty well so far this season. He's pitched 3 innings. Has not allowed an earned run. 2 hits, but he has walked 4 without striking out any. So he's been a little shaky, but has managed to get out of it. So he'll face the bottom third of the order, Bright, Daly, and Burnside. So Bright 0 for 1 so far today. Cisco looks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he'll ground out to Green at short for out number 1. Setting up Pete Daly 0 for 1 today.
Walkie, good base on balls.
And he'll fly out to Geiger at center for out number 2. Set up Burnside up now. Struck out his first time up. And he'll ground out the third for out number 3. So after the home run by Tasby, Cisco comes in and retires the side. But after 2.5, it's now 6-0 Senators. So the Red Sox really need to start chipping away at this. Bottom third of the order, Runnels, Green, and Cisco, as Burnside has retired the first 6 batters. So Runnels 290 on the season with a homer and 3 runs batted in. And he'll fly out to right for out number 1. That'll bring up Green. Green leads the Red Sox with 2 homers, hitting .241 with those 2 homers and 6 runs batted in.
You're out.
And he'll draw a walk. So Green, who has a very good eye, manages to draw a walk there. So that'll bring up Galen Cisco, and we're gonna let him hit. I'm not sure why they don't show the pitchers. Some pitchers they show their stats, some they don't. So just 098 with 11 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. So how many outs we have? 1 out. I'd hate to sacrifice him over, but with the 098 average, I think I'm going to have him bunt. Even though we are down. At least we can start chipping away. So Cisco squares around the bunt. Ooh, this could be good. Bunted too hard. No, I guess not. Proceed as you would any double play. This will still get the runner over as Green advances. It's hit the Schilling. And as they were on the wheel play, Schilling's able to take it himself to second, and that'll do it. That'll bring the runner over. So runner in scoring position now as Green moves up for Chuck Schilling, 0 for 1 in the day. RBI opportunity here. There's a possible error here, 4-6. And that would be an error on Bright. So Bright at third is going to throw it away. So Green will move up to third, so that'll put runners at the corners with 2 down. For Gary Geiger, who's 0 for 1. Red Sox really need to take advantage of that error. Ooh, a range play. This could be good. And that's going to be a base hit, as O'Connell cannot get to it. Green will come in to score, and Schilling will motor his way on to third. So the Red Sox get on the board on the RBI single by Geiger. So runners at the corners, and they're going to try a pickoff here as Schilling gets back safely. That'll bring up Carroll Hardy, 0 for 1 in the day. And he'll strike out. The Red Sox get on the board. So let's see here. See if this was a Schilling. Let's see if this is an earned or an unearned run. It looks like the computer's saying it's unearned. So Green walked.
Out.
He bunted. So sacrifice gets him over to second. So it's 1 out and runner on second. And then the error. So let's just say that he was retired. Let's just say he would have moved over to third, even though it was hit to the third baseman. Let's just say that. So that would have been 2 outs and runner on third. And then he singled, yeah. So he would have scored anyway, regardless of that. So did not make a difference there. Actually, hold on. No, actually it would have. Because Runnels flied out first. I didn't see. I forgot about that. So that would have been 2 outs. And then that would have been 3 outs for Schilling. So that is an unearned run. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so unearned run there. But the Red Sox will take it any way they can get it. So Cisco back on the hill for a second inning of work. Top of the order, Veal up now. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. He'll lead it off here in the top of the 4th. 3-3. And he'll fly out to Jensen and right for out number 1. Next up, Danny O'Connell. 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 runs scored. So he's gotten on twice and he's scored both times. And this will be a range check at Fenway Park. Oh, we get our first rare play of the game. Haven't had one of these in a while. So ball in the dirt, gets past the catcher's pads. Repitch. Check for injury to catcher. Jim Pagliarone is injured and missed 2 games. Oh no. So Pagliarone will come out of the game. So let's see who we're going to bring in now. Let's see who else we have here. We have Russ Nixon and Don Guile. Guile only had 18 at bats. So we're going to bring in Russ Nixon. Wow, Red Sox catchers are awful error-wise. Both 20s. I didn't realize that. Wow, Nixon's horrible range. So at least Pagliarone had some range there. Nixon is absolutely horrible. And a lot less power than Pagliarone. So Pagliarone will be missed for these 2 games. Russ Nixon will get the start. Will come in now and most likely get the start in the other games. So Russ Nixon comes in to replace Pagliarone. So he'll miss 2 games. So Cisco looks in for the sign now from Nixon. Here's a windup in the pitch. And Hardy's able to track it down. That definitely could have been extra bases there, as it would have been a double if he wouldn't have caught that one. So Hardy prevents extra base hit by O'Connell. And it's 2 down with nobody on. Red Sox cannot afford to get behind by any more. So Marty Keogh up now. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. And he will ground out to first for out number 3. So no damage by the Senators, and Red Sox trail by 5. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jackie Jensen walked his first time up. And he'll fly out to right for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Red Sox 4th brings up Russ Nixon. His first at bat of the day after injury to Pagliarone. He's hitting .214 in the season so far in 14 at bats. .289 hitter on the actual season. And it's going to be an error check. So this is going to be an error on Veal. So Veal's unable to handle it. He boots it. And the Red Sox have a 1-out base runner. Brings up Billy Harrell, who's 0 for 1 in the day. And Harrell's going to double. And they're going to, they have to. And let's see here. Lead runner advances. So it's a roll of 1 right here. So lead runner advances. So he does score. And if the roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner, no. So he's going to hold though because of the 6. So that 1 was, this is automatic. And that 6, and this just means he is going to score on that one, and Harrell will hold at second. The Red Sox get another run. So another run in scoring position for Pete Runnels, 0 for 1 in the day. So an RBI double by Harrell plates another Red Sox run. So Red Sox starting to chip away. 2-5. And that is going to be hit to third. Looks the runner back and fires to first.
Out!
So 2 down now for Pumpsy Green. Walked and scored his first time up. And he'll ground out to short for out number 3. So another possibility. I think that was another unearned run there. We got Russ Nixon was safe on the error by Veal. That's all we need to check there. So another unearned run for the Red Sox, but they'll take it. So Cisco on for his third inning in relief. He's pitched 2 scoreless innings so far. See if he can get that third inning here. Give the Red Sox a chance to catch up even further.
Oh!
So Dale Long, he's 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. 3-run shot in the second to put the Senators up. I think it was 5-0 at the time. They would add another run to make it 6-0 at the time. So this is going to be a ground out to short for out number 1. Green over to Reynolds. That'll bring up Gene Woodlong. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI.
You're out!
He does not draw the walk. Instead, lines a single to left field. So 1 out base runner for the Senators. Brings up Willie Tasby. He's 2 for 2 with a homer. Solo shot. So they're going to go with a hit and run here. And he'll ground one back to the pitcher. Decides to go for the short out to first. So a run in scoring position now with 2 down now for Harry Bright. Cisco needs to bear down now and get out of this one without any further damage. Keep it 6-2 game. Instead, he's going to draw a walk here. Not necessarily the worst thing, as that brings up Daly, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And he manages to get out of it as Daly grounds out to Green for out number 3. So score remains 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. And this time I think we are going to lift Cisco for a pinch hitter. Let's just see how much he's got left in the tank. Yeah, he's just got the 4 there, so Cisco's done his job with 3 innings of... How many innings did he pitch? 3 innings? I think so. Yeah, he pitched 3 scoreless innings of 1 hit ball. So we're going to pinch hit there and see if we can get something going here.
And it's a double.
The Red Sox did not use a pinch hitter in the game. So let's see. Vic Wirtz, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. So Vic Wirtz up now. Hitting just 111 on the season. That 1 hit though, actually 2 hits he's got. One of them being a home run, a solo shot. So he'll face Burnside here in the top of the 5th to lead it off. It's going to be a range play at Fenway. And that's going to be a base hit. And he's going to stretch it all the way into a double as Keogh has a little trouble with it. But they're going to credit him with a double. So a good start for the Red Sox as Wirtz comes on the pinch hit and gets a double. So that'll bring up Chuck Schilling 0 for 2 on the day. And Schilling is going to hit a double to left field. So back-to-back doubles. Gets the Red Sox a little closer. It's now 6-3. So that'll bring up Gary Geiger. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Oh, this could be... Geiger's not... If it was a right-handed pitcher, he'd have a good shot here, but Geiger does not have any power against the lefties. However, he is going to hit a double. So 3 doubles in a row, and the Red Sox have scored 2. So another RBI double for Geiger. An RBI double for Geiger. Second RBI double of the inning for the Red Sox. And they get a little closer. It's now 6-4. Still nobody out as Daly goes up to talk to Burnside. Action in the Senators bullpen. Burnside would like to get through this and still be eligible for the victory. But he hasn't recorded an out yet. So it'll bring up Carroll Hardy. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Oh, this is going to be a range check. And Woodlong will get to this one. Does not commit any errors there. So the first out of the inning. And they're going to try a pickoff daylight play here. And they're unable to get Geiger as he gets back safely. So Jackie Jensen 0 for 1 with an RBI. I mean with a walk. He'd love to get an RBI here. And instead he'll strike out. So 2 gone, 2 in on the Red Sox 6th. Brings up Russ Nixon. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. And it's going to be a range check at Fenway. And he'll fly out to left to end the inning. The Red Sox chip away a little bit more. And it's now a 6-4 game. They only trail by 2. And let's see who the Red Sox are going to bring in here. We got 2 righties coming up. Chet Nichols. He's a lefty. We don't want to bring him in. Arnold Early. He's another lefty. No, I don't want to bring him in. Dave Hillman. He looks good. So Hillman comes in. He's not fared that well yet. Well, he's allowed a 1 run on, actually 2 runs in 3 innings pitched for an ERA of 6 even. 5 hits allowed, so he's not been very effective so far. 1 walk. See what he can do here in the 6th as Burnside leads it off. And let's check Burnside. Burnside, he's gonna. I think they're gonna lift him for a pinch hitter, as he did get 2 more runs there. Yeah. There's action in the Senators bullpen.
You're out.
Let's see, Boak and Hicks were used as pinch hitters in the game. See what we can do here. Let's see if we can get somebody else.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the
so let's
wall.
see,
It
Boak.
hops the wall.
He's only been at bat 7 times with no hits. And let's go with Hicks first. So Joe Hicks is going to come on the pinch hit. Hicks just a 172 hitter but one of those hits was a home run with an RBI. 2 runs scored, 29 at bats.
That is over his head, and that is out to the fence.
So here's delivery by Hillman. And he strikes him out. So he strikes out Hicks coming in the pinch hit. So that'll be up top of the order, Veal. Veal 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll pop up the green at short for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the 6th. Brings up Danny O'Connell 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Oh.
Rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
So a 2-out double for O'Connell. And it'll bring up Matty Keogh, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. As Nixon goes out the top to Hillman. Red Sox have chipped away here. Now we're within 2. Don't want to give up another run. Oh, it's gonna be a range play. Ugh. And Hardy's unable to get to that one. And O'Connell will come around the score to make it 7-4. So it'll bring up Dale Long 2 for 3 with a homer. 3 runs batted in. So he's having a fine day today. Hillman really has to bear down here.
Shallow right, he's coming on.
What a play to get to that ball.
And he does as he grounds out back to Hillman over to first. But the Senators score a run, and it's now 7-4. So Gabler and Hernandez were used. Let's see, Gabler. Hernandez. I think we're going to go with, Hernandez was only pitched 9 innings. Gabler pitched 5 innings in this game, so we're going to bring him in. So get him some work. So Gabler, 3-8 with a 4.84 ERA, 4 saves, 93 innings pitched, 104 hits allowed, 34 walks, and 33 strikeouts. So he'll face Harold, Reynolds, and Green. And if anybody gets on the pitcher's position for 5, it'll be a range play. And Keogh is able to get to it. So Keogh comes racing in and makes the running catch, saving at least a single on that one. So it'll be at Pete Reynolds. He's 0 for 2 in the day so far. Ooh, and this could be good. Only a 10% chance here, but let's see if we can roll a 1 or a 2. And he does! So Pete Reynolds does not hit many home runs off of righties. Hits one here.
Fly ball. Deep to left field. Hooking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
So the Red Sox get that run back and trail it again by 2. Reynolds, who only hit 3 home runs on the season, already has 2 in 34 at-bats. So it'll bring up Pumpsy Green. He's capable of going yard. Can they go back-to-back? No, but he'll get a single. So 1 out. Hillman, let's see here. I think we're going to pull Hillman anyway, so we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. He's still got a lot in him, but still, where does he hit? Let's see what he does. Let's see if he's any good of a hitter. So we got to give these pitchers at bat somehow. Again, 0.98, so not that good. Yeah, we got to lift him for a pinch hitter. All right, let's see what the computer picks. Kyle Yastrzemski, we're going to go with it. As the Red Sox didn't use any pinch hitters, so we're going to go with what the computer picks. So Yastrzemski comes in hitting just 185 with 3 runs batted in 9 games, 27 at-bats. So Yastrzemski represents the tying run here. He did hit 11 homers on the actual season. And he's going to come on to strike out. So Yastrzemski cannot get it done. Would have been better off sacrificing there, probably. So we have Chuck Schilling. He's 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Look at that whole blank column there. And that's going to be a base hit. So Green will move his way to third. So runners at the corners with 2 down. So the Red Sox have something going here with 2 down. So Gary Geiger, he's having a great day so far. 2 for 3 with a double and 2 runs batted in. Would love to at least knock in 1 more, if not more. So Gabler goes out the top. Daly goes out the top with Gabler. Goes back behind the plate. And actually, it was he's not known as Gabe Gabler. He's actually known as John Gabler on the Baseball Reference box score. So Gabe or John Gabler. So 4-3. Oh, this could be good. It's not a single there. 1 through 7 would have been a single. Let's see if we can get something off Geiger's card. And we cannot. So he'll ground out to O'Connell. And the Red Sox cannot get any closer. Alright, so we get a lefty and a righty coming up. So now if they pick a lefty, we will. Alright, we're gonna let Wills come in and pitch. So Ted Wills comes in. He's pitched an inning and a third so far with 1 hit allowed and 2 walks. He'll face the lefty Woodland to start it off. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. And he'll ground out to second for out number 1. So that'll bring up Tasby. He's having himself a whale of a day. 2 for 3 with a homer and an RBI. Foul ball. And he gets him swinging. So 2 outs. Brings up Harry Bright. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he'll fly out to Geiger in center for out number 3. So 7th inning stretch time as the Red Sox trail 7-5 here at Fenway. Fans standing on their feet for the 7th inning stretch. Would definitely love to see the Red Sox rally here. It'll be Hardy, Jensen, and Nixon. Heart of the Red Sox order. Hardy's had a rough day today, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And it's going to be a possible error here. It's going to be a base hit, though, this time. So Hardy is on to lead off the 7th. So tying run will come up and Jackie Jensen, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. And he'll get a single. So back-to-back hits for the Red Sox. Hardy will hold at second. So they put runners on first and second with nobody out for Russ Nixon. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored since coming on to catch for Pagliaroni, who was injured for 2 games. And that's also going to be a base hit. And Hardy will come around the score. And Jensen will advance to third. Nixon holds at first as the throw came home. So runners at the corners with nobody out. 1 run already in. Action in the Senators' bullpen as Billy Harrell comes up now. And he's red, though, so we're going to replace him. So let's see who the... We're going to bring in Rudy Hernandez, who pitched in the actual game. He pitched 1 inning. So this is one of his 9 innings of work here. So Rudy Hernandez, 0-1 on the actual season with an ERA of 3. 9 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. So he'll face Harrell with the base runners at the corners and nobody out. Harrell 1 for 3 today with a RBI double. And he's going to get him to pop up. Pops up to third. Bright makes the catch for out number 1. So to bring up Pete Runnels. Hit a solo home run his last time up. 1 for 3 in the day. And that's going to be a range play at Fenway. And that's going to be a base hit. As it gets down, Tasby's not able to get to it as he was playing Runnels pretty deep. So a tying run comes in. And Nixon will move to third. And Reynolds will hold it at first. So Reynolds is able to get an RBI single there to tie the game. So runners at the corners with 1 out. And they're going to try a pickoff here. Oh, and it's going to be a balk. So, wow. So Rudy Hernandez gets 1-19 balk. 95% chance gets called for a balk there. Man, the run will come home. So Nixon will score on the balk to put the Red Sox ahead. As Reynolds moves to second. Hernandez not very happy with that. But he does commit quite a few balks, and he commits one here. So Green up now, 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. So Red Sox with their first lead of the day here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, Rudy Hernandez. Didn't I just see a picture here for Rudy Hernandez? How did that go away? Hold on, we'll be right back, because I know I had a picture of him. Why is it not showing up now? Yeah, his picture is right here, so I'm not sure what was going on with that, and he was there just a second ago. So we'll see what happens here. So 2-2 That's going to be a wild pitch. So he'll fly out to right. And he comes back. So that was weird. So his picture was there, disappears for the batter, and then he comes back. All right, so Ted Wills. These guys are all 098, it seems. I don't know if that's just generic or what. So he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. I have an idea. I think I want to bring in Frank Melzone. Just have an inkling about... Or Rip Rakowski. He's actually really good, too. Frank Melzone can hit the long ball, though, but... I don't know. Something about Rip Rapolsky, though. He's more of a pinch hitter. He only had 25 at-bats, so we'll bring in Melzone. So Frank Melzone comes up looking to try to have the Red Sox extend their lead here. Melzone's had just one at-bat so far in the season. 266 hitter with 14 homers and 87 runs batted in. Red Sox would love to get an insurance run here in the bottom of the 7th. And they will as he gets a base hit. So Frank Melzone comes through with an RBI single. That'll score Runnels. Red Sox now on top 9-7. So Hernandez has not been effective at all here. So Schilling 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI and a run scored. And he gets him. And that'll do it. So the Red Sox pull ahead. Now 9-7. And now we might bring in Mike Fornelais. I think we've got to bring in Fornelais now. Now a save situation with... So see if he can get 2 innings. So he can get 6 outs and give the Red Sox a victory. So it'll bring up Pete Daly 0 for 3 on the day. It'll be Daly, pitcher spot, and Veal. And he'll ground out back to Fornelais for out number 1. So Hernandez will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Let's see here. So it's going to be Boak we're going to bring in. We already brought in Hicks, I think. Yes. So, yeah, Boak is going to come in. He was actually used in the game, so we're going to use him. Even though he did not have any hits here, he could still get a hit off the pitcher's card. As you can see, he cannot get a hit here. Or he could walk too, so it's a possibility. And he'll fly out to right for out number 1, or out number 2. So that'll bring up top of the order Coot Veal. He's 1 for 4, the run scored. And this will be a ballpark check. Ooh, it's going to be a rare play. Uh-oh. So Geiger's going to crash into center field wall. D8 range play, check for injury. Fails to make the play. Picks up the ball with the hitter and is attempting inside the park homer. Uh-oh, resolve it like a single +9 with a play at the plate. Unsuccessful range play. Geiger can't catch the ball. And the runner is going to be gunned down at home as Jensen picks it up, fires it in, and guns him down at the plate. Wow, that was exciting. And who's going to be injured? Willie Tasby is injured? How did Willie Tasby get injured? He's not even the correct center fielder. That is weird. I think they might have meant Geiger was injured and missed 3 games, but because Geiger was this, so that must be a glitch there, as that I think that ended the inning there with that out, and then they switched to the Washington lineup, and then somehow Tasby gets flagged with the injury, so Geiger will not, and there's no way I can really change this. So Geiger is going to luck out here, and Tasby is going to be injured. Maybe he celebrated or argued too much at the, I don't know, came out of the dugout and got upset and sprained an ankle or something. All right, we'll take that, though. As Chunk Hinton is going to have to come in and play. So Geiger is going to be all right. So we want to make a double switch, and maybe we do. I don't know who's up yet. No, that's the only thing. I can't move this. So it looks like I think Gary Geiger is coming up for the Red Sox, but who made that last out? I can't remember. Oh, it was Veal. So do we want to make a double switch here? No, I don't think so, because the pitcher's position was up there. So no, we don't want to make a double steal. Yeah, because it's Hinton's up here. Yeah, we're not going to make a double steal. That wouldn't make sense. I'm going to double switch. All right, so for the Senators, I think they used both their relievers so far. They did. So Sizzler is going to come on and... No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't think they want to bring their closer in yet. Maybe Marty Catunia. Or Klippenstein. Could he come in? 7, yeah, he could come in. He's got a 6.7. Yeah, we'll bring in Kutnia. The other guy that... We got the other Marty mixed up with Marty Keogh. So, anyway, we'll bring in Coutinho, however that's pronounced. He'll come in. 6-8 record with 3 saves, 3.97 ERA, 143 innings pitched, 147 hits allowed, 64 strikeouts and 46 walks. So he was used quite a bit. So Geiger comes up now and lucked out on that injury. Does it look like so he must have got at least shaken up, though. I think he should have been the one that's injured, but again, there's no way of me fixing that, so we're just going to call it dumb luck, and Geiger will be okay. So Geiger 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs batted in. Geiger probably the hottest Red Sox hitter, so thankfully he's not injured, didn't get injured. The baseball gods were thankful in that, helping us out on that. And that's a fly out to left for out number 1. As Woodlong makes the catch. So Hinton in it now at center. He's got awful range, but he won't commit any errors. And has an average arm. So Hardy up now 1 for 4 with a run scored. And he'll strike out. So Coutinho gets him. So Jackie Jensen 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll fly out to left for out number 3.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
All right, so Fornelli's in there for his second inning of work. ERA down to 9.73 right now. So he'll face O'Connell, Keogh, and Long up by 2, looking to close it out here. Give the Red Sox their 3rd victory of the season. Oh no, range check. Oh, no error though anyway, so that's going to be a base hit. So that'll bring the tying run up. Marty Keogh, he's having a fine day, 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs batted in, also scored a run. Oh, it's going to be a range play. Oh my goodness, and Red Sox and Geiger's unable to get to this one. And but they'll hold O'Connell at second. So I'll put runners on first and second with nobody out as Nixon goes out to talk to Fornellis. Pinky comes out to talk to his pitcher, his closer, settles him down. Pats him on the butt and goes back in the dugout. So that'll bring up Dale Long. 2 for 4 with a homer, 3 runs batted in. So the dangerous Dale Long coming up now. Representing the winning run now. Oh no, another error range check. Oh my goodness, and one away it would have been an out. Instead it's going to be a bases Clearing triple. So once again, Fornellis self-destructs. And now the winning run is just 90 feet away. So the Red Sox, from the jaws of victory, now have a possibility of losing it here. So they're going to have to bring the infield in here and hope for a miracle here, as the winning run is at third with nobody out. So blown save now for, hopefully it'll just end up being a blown save. I think we're going to bring it early because he's their second closer. See if he can. So Arnold Early comes in, making his. He's already has one save on the season. He's pitched a third of an inning, getting that save. I think he got the save for Ike DeLocke, I think. All right, so we got to bring the infield in and pray for a miracle. So Gene Woodlawn 2 for 4 with an RBI, and he gets him swinging. So big out there. So it brings up Chuck Hinton. You're going to bring the infield in again. Hinton, with his first at-bat, as he came in for the injured center fielder. So Hinton, 260 hitter with 6 homers and 34 runs batted in. Red Sox infield and outfield playing in. Special K. Okay. Oh, man. I wish it was a 1 through 4. That would be the special K here, but it's not. Instead, it's going to be a fly ball to center. Let's see if Geiger can make the catch. And, they will one roll, and that is going to get the run home. And the Red Sox fall 10-9, despite taking a 2-run lead. So, once again, as our Red Sox fan confirmed to me how awful the Red Sox bullpen was, blows it again here, and they lose 10-9 after taking a 9-7 lead into the top of the ninth. So the Red Sox bullpen cannot hold it. Oh, actually, hold on. It's not done yet, though. I forgot we're the home team. So we still have a chance. Forgot about that. So it's not over yet. All right. So now we'll head to the bottom of the ninth. Score number 4, Bobby Orr. Thank you, Al, for that comment. So there's Al with a comment there. Maybe that'll bring us good luck. So it'll be Nixon, Harrell, and Runnels up against Cortina. Actually, they're going to probably bring in their closer. Let's see who their closer is. And they would bring in Dave Sizzler. So Sizzler's going to come in and try to close it out. He had a 2-8 record with 11 saves, 4.20 ERA, 60 innings pitched, 55 hits allowed, 43 walks, and 30 strikeouts. So anything but automatic there. So the Red Sox are not done yet as they send up Nixon, Harrell, and Runnels. Anybody gets on green. Oh, I thought that would have been nice if it was a walk. 6-3. Oh, this is even better, though. So Nixon gets himself a double here. He represents the tying run here. And he is a horrible runner, so we do have one other backup catcher. So we're going to take him out for a pinch runner. Red Sox, they only have a 3. That's the highest they have, but we got to bring him in as Don Budden is going to come in. The pinch run. So Budden comes in the pinch run. So Billy Harrell up now 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Harrell would love to get at least a single here to prolong this game. And that'll be a ground out to short. They look to run it back, throw to first. So Harrell cannot get the job done. Can't even advance the runner. So Pete Runnels having a great day, 2 for 4 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Chance for him to be the hero, or at least prolong the game. And he's going to ground it to short also, so it's going to take a base hit by Green to, well, to tie the game, but hopefully they could also get a walk. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a walk, but we'd love to see a base hit, or even a long ball would be nice. Oh, it's an error possibility here. No error on the play, but is it a... No, and it's going to be a ground out to short. So the Red Sox have the tying run in scoring position, but ground out on 3 straight batters to the shortstop. And the Red Sox fall 10-9. That was almost worse than losing it in the bottom of the ninth. Was unable to score, leaving the tying run there after the bullpen coughed it up. So let's take a look at... Man. Oh, that just looks awful there with that 3 spot in the ninth. So the Red Sox fall to the Washington Senators to go further in the hole at 2-7. They actually won this game, so they drop another game behind their pace. So now have a record. They had a record of 5-4 in the season, and now it's 2-7. So, Red Sox digging themselves a hole here early. Awful. So let's take a look at the stats here. So Reynolds gets his second home run for Boston. Long and Tasby each get their first home runs of the season. Well, can't really compare those because, again, we're not doing the full stats there. So let's see here. Look at all those hits for the Senators. 15 hits they smacked out. Red Sox got 14 in a losing effort. So let's go with the pitching first for the winning Washington Senators. Pete Burnside last 5 innings gives up 5 hits on 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Galbert comes in and he was awful. 1 inning pitched, 6 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walk and a home run. Rudy Hernandez, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned and a strikeout. And Kutnia gets the win. Patina. He's 1-0 now. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout. Again, don't really go by his record because we're not playing every game there. Scissor gets a save. 1 inning pitched and 1 hit allowed. A double. And for the Red Sox, Gene Connolly only lasted 2 innings, allowing 6 runs, all of them earned on 8 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 homers allowed. Galen Cisco was excellent out of the bullpen. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit. The only bright spot for the Red Sox today, pitching-wise. Dave Hillman, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 run. It was earned. And Wills did pitch a scoreless inning, so he wasn't bad either. Mike Fornelis was awful again today. 1 inning pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. ERA now 17.03. And Arnold Early pitches an inning, but gives up the sacrifice fly to bring home the go-ahead run at the time. Also struck out a batter. So, for the Washington Senators, batting, Coot Veal 2 for 5 with a run scored and a triple. He had a 2-run triple in the top of the ninth. And he would come around to score the winning run on the sacrifice fly. Proved to be the winning run. Danny O'Connell, 3 for 4 with 4 runs scored. A double and a walk. So excellent day for him. Marty Keogh, again, excellent. 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs, including a double. Dale Long, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 5 runs batted in. So I think he's going to be the player of the game. It's going to be Dale Long. A triple and a homer. He was a double away from the cycle. Gene Woodlong, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Willie Tasby, 2 for 4 with a homer. Chuck Hinton, who came on to play after Tasby got injured for 3 games. Again, I think that was supposed to be on Geiger, but the computer messed that one up. So he had a sacrifice fly. Harry Bright, I think it was a sacrifice fly. Yeah, it was a sacrifice fly. Harry Bright 0 for 4 with a walk. Pete Daly, the catcher, 0 for 4. Burnside 0 for 2. And Joe Hicks, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. And Chet Boak, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. For the Red Sox in a losing effort, Chuck Schilling was 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI, had a double. Gary Geiger, 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a double. Carroll Hardy, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Jackie Jensen, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Jim Pagaroni got injured, 0 for 1. He'll be out for the next 3 games. Russ Nixon, who came on the catch, did excellent job in relief there of Pagaroni, going 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and RBI, which included a double. Billy Harrell, 1 for 5 with an RBI, also a double. Pete Runnels, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and one of those hits was a homer. Pumpsy Green, 1 for 4 with a run scored, also walked. Galen Cisco, Gene Connolly didn't get an official at bat. He's only lost the 2 innings. Galen Cisco, 0 for 1. Vic Verts had a pinch hit double, 1 for 1. Yastrzemski was 0 for 1 in a pinch hitter. Struck out that one time. Now his average now down to 179. Frank Malzone was 1 for 1 with a RBI in his pinch hit appearance. So the Red Sox fall after the blown save by Mike Fornelez, and he'll get the loss too. So blown save and a loss. So I don't think this game does record the blown saves. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it does. Or else the Red Sox would have a bunch of them. So that is it, as the Red Sox fall to the Senators to go to 2-7 on the season. So we'll be back from Game 2 of the series. So hopefully the Red Sox can even it up here in the series. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.